I'm Chad Carlton. We're at Carlton Farms to talk about the housing for our laying hens. A lot of free-range egg systems are designed with movable housing, where you move the house to different areas of the pasture. A couple of things led us in a different direction. Number one, we have a low-lying area, so when it rains, it's hard to get around to pull those houses around to different areas. Number two is the efficiency issue, and doing the numbers that we wanted to do, it doesn't allow as much automation in terms of watering and doing egg collection, so it led us to the stationary house. When we were designing those, we had to allow for the appropriate amount of pasture to be available for the birds, as well as, inside the houses, enough space when they do come in to roosts. Internal house space requirements for the laying hens is minimum of 1.5 square feet per bird. Outdoor access is what we consider more important. So we allow currently 2 acres for 1,000 birds, which works out to about just under 100 square feet per bird. The houses that we'll be looking at today, we designed oriented lengthwise east and west. What that does is allows the sun to rise on one end and set on the other, so in the summertime you get no sunlight inside the house. And you also notice a single slope roof that has one wide opening, and that's on the south side, so when the sun is low in the south in the winter, the sun is allowed to come into the house, and it helps heat the birds in the winter and keeps them shaded in the summer. Laying hens is your business. The one thing you know is that you have to have light in the winter if you want to continue to have eggs. And we're not talking about continuous light through the night, but you do have to extend the daylight hours so that those birds have a 12 to 13 hour day. We didn't want power lines running all over the farm, so we actually put solar photovoltaic panels on each house so that we can capture that sun energy in battery form and then power the lights in the evening with that system. We have 4,000 layers right now, and labor gets to be an issue when you're collecting individual eggs. So we did kind of steal some equipment from the commercial egg laying industry, and we modified that equipment to fit our design, and it allows those eggs to roll out onto a conveyor, and then we're able to manually roll those eggs up to the front of the house and to make egg collection very efficient. I did not automate the feeding system, and I did that intentionally so that we have to walk through those birds multiple times a day. When you walk through the house to put the feed out, you get to put your eyes on the birds. And I think that's really important, to stay connected with them so you know what the health is like, what the characteristics of the birds are. You never lose touch. You'll notice we do not have any heat in the chicken houses. The body heat from the chickens will keep them warm in the winter time. We do have a drop type roll-up curtain system on each of the long sides of the building, and we can roll those up really nice and tight. The curtain is made out of a woven fabric material that allows it to be durable and fold up and down as we roll it up. Each of these houses, they do get a little pricey. Each one costs about $16,000 from start to finish to construct and add all the equipment. The key to the stationary house is rotating the pasture. The house is long, as you'll see. We have doors down the length of the side, so it allows us to open different segments of the house. We use fencing to cordon off a portion of the pasture so that the birds go on that pasture. When that grass gets used up, we can close those doors and fence off another section, and that allows that grass to recover and rebound as we go around the house in kind of flower petal type format. And by the time you go all the way around, what you started on is ready to go again. Another thing you'll notice is that we do have livestock around the chicken houses. Chickens are our main thing here. We do use livestock to moderate basically the height of the grass to keep us from having to go out and mow all the time. You don't want really tall grass, or the chickens will find a place to lay their eggs outside. So you have the cows or sheep or whatever it is mow the grass down to about a 5 or 6 inch height. That seems to be about ideal for the chickens. They can navigate through it and pick and eat from it and find bugs in it. So at Carlton Farms, we've done a lot of research, we've done a lot of experimentation. We have 4,000 layers, and putting everything together to come up with this type of housing situation works really well for us.